I am definitely one of those people who have turned buying books into a sport. One would say that my motto is buying books and reading books are two entirely different hobbies. As a result of that, I have had books on my shelves, electronic and physical, that I haven't even looked at in years. So today, I'm picking up 12 books from my physical shelf that will essentially shelf destruct in a year's time. This means if I haven't read them by next year April, they have to go. So let's see which books I chose.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Natasha and welcome back to today's video. Today we will be discussing 12 books that will essentially shelf destruct in 12 months. This is an idea I got from Mom's book collection as well as Liv from Endless Pages. And I just thought, that's a great idea because I hoard books. So before we get started, please remember to like the video, subscribe, and comment down below if you feel like there are any books that have been sitting on your shelves for quite a while. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video. The first book is Everything and Everything, or Everything by Nicola Yoon. This, I believe, also was made into a movie, and it's about this girl who's allergic to the world and she falls in love with her neighbor, or her neighbor falls in love with her. And I don't know any further than that. As I've said, I just bought it because it was very hyped. So I want to see if I still like it or if it's just not for me. It is also a very short read, so I think I would, fly through this one. Oh, there's drawings in here. That's cute. Anywho, most of these books I would like to add, I also bought an exclusive books special where each book was like 50 Rand. So score for me and score for my bookcase, but also not score for me because I haven't read any of them. And this is The Socialite by Janelle something. I'm not sure. It says here, glamour, treachery, and romance collide when an English socialite throws herself into the dangerous arms of a Nazi-occupied Paris. I think my mom will enjoy this one. I think that's all I need to know about this book so far. I think I will enjoy it because I sometimes do like history romances. It's usually a hit or miss for me, but we'll see how this one goes. The next book I got off a second-hand book dealer, and I've heard great things about this book. I know there's a second book, if I am correct, and it's very hyped. Everyone says it is really a need to read this book, so I bought 1,000 Splendid Suns. But this is basically about a 15-year-old woman who is married to another guy, and basically she loses her life because of this marriage. And then once she's older, she comes across a younger girl that is following in her footsteps. And I think she's just trying to help her overcome her obstacles, that kind of things. Make sure she doesn't get led into a path that our main character was led into, or something along those lines. I have been planning on reading this, and then I think the hype is so overhyped that it scares me to pick this book up. We'll see how it goes. The next book is about a South African author, and it is Brandejaar by Joa van Dijk, and I think this is about surfers in Cape Town. I might be wrong. I might really be wrong, but a lot of my friends on Instagram have been ranting and raving about her books, and I think is a second book already out. I got this on special by the spa close to us, so I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. I've really been wanting to dive into more South African books and South African authors, whether they be Afrikaans or English. I just thought, it's an Afrikaans book. I don't have a lot of those in my possession, so I'm buying it. I think I bought it last year. Yeah, I bought it last year. The next book brings back so many memories, actually. I bought this book with my friend from university. Each semester when we were done, we would go out to the bargain books and we would just spend hours there, and they had this buy 3 for 150 Rand special, and I bought Pariah by someone. This looks like an art copy because there's like no name in front, but if you go to the side, there's a name there. Oh, that thing just scratched. It's Donald Hunan, and basically this is about a forensic sorcerer who discovers that some of the bodies that have come into the mortuary might have powers, and this essentially just changes the whole playing field for everyone, and it puts him as a detective in danger, as well as the people who have been investigating these murders. I think they are murders. It's a whole series, so I wasn't aware that it was a whole series when I bought it, but if I like this one, I might check on Kindle if the others are available. This one, I think, has been on my shelves for years, like many years. My late best friend bought this first book. She loved it, and I think it was just after Aragon came out and we were in that dragon frenzy. So we bought this one, and it is Serafina by Rachel Hartman. I know there's a second book out about this one, but I haven't even started this one. I didn't even look at the first page. So because dragons are revived or something along those lines, and I've always been a fan of dragons, it's either wolves or dragons, take your pick. I thought, let me dive into this, see if I like it, and then, yeah, if I don't, it's going. Goodbye.
It's votes that count. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
The next book I also got at the exclusive Books 50 Rand special. I don't know why I bought it, but it is Birthday Girl The Birthday Girl. Yeah, The Birthday Girl by Melissa de la Cruz. This is about a woman who's turning 40 and she's had this spectacular life. She has a happy marriage, 4 amazing children, and I believe a great job. And then it sounds like she altered her whole being, and then on the day of her birthday she gets a text from someone in the past that says, "Happy birthday, girl, see you tonight." Yeah, so I think this is going to be a very fast-paced book because it's also very thin, unless the texts are, it's reasonable. But will I keep it though? Because if it's a thriller, once you read a thriller, you don't need to read it again. Some of those thrillers I keep, it's only because they're gifts. So anyway, we'll see how this one goes. The next book I got, I think at a bargain book special as well. I bought 2 of the books. The third one, I don't even know where it is. I'm not even sure if this is the first book in the series. If it is, I'm reading it. If it's not, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Probably get the first book and then read the other 2 anyway. And it is Mad Adam by Margaret Atwood. This is, oh, The Year of the Flood. My bad. Mad Adam is the other book. Is this the first book? I don't think this is. Could somebody help me? Hold on. It's here somewhere. Yes, but which one are you? Oryx and Craig. Okay, so this is not the first book, this is the second book. Cool. It's the same author as The Handmaid's Tale. I'm going to see if I can find the first book. You will see there. I think this is the first book. I bought this just because I love the covers. And it is also kind of dystopian. Or it is dystopian. It is like after a virus hit the world and there's like 2 survivors and whatnot and all that. Maybe I should just dive into it. I'm gonna see on Take-A-Lot if they have the first one. Please tell me they have the first one. I like how my plan is to get the first book when the plan of this whole video is to get rid of the book. Okay. Anyway. The next book is also a book that I've had since high school. Didn't know it was a series and I bought it on special, like 50 Rand a book, and the rest of the books aren't there, so it is what it is, I guess. The Bone Mark by Laura Pell. I read this up until halfway and then I DNF'd it in high school, so I kind of have an idea what's going on, but not all. So what this book is about is when you are a witch, you get like a birthmark that looks like a burn mark, on your body. And I think it's visible to everyone, so you can't hide the fact that you are a witch. And it is very not a safe space where these people are living that you can be openly a witch. So the person who has this birthmark is trying to, or this burn mark is trying to cover it up while practicing magic, even though she's warned not to. And I believe along the line she curses someone, something along those lines, and she's trying to undo the curse, or I don't know. Is this my cup of tea now? Who knows? The next book is State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury, and I think my description doesn't give it justice, so I'm gonna just read what it says here. People laid low by grief and darkness, a cutthroat race for power and victory, a girl with everything and nothing to lose. By day, her name's Sorrow. By day, sorrow governs the court of tears, covering for her grief-maddened father, who has turned their once celebrated land into a living monument for the brother who died before she was born. By night she seeks solace in the arms of the boy she loved since childhood, but one ghost won't stop haunting her, and when enemies, old and new, close ranks against her, Sorrow must decide how far she's willing to go to win. I can understand why I bought this book. It sounds very interesting, and I love the cover. It's so pretty. It's so calming and so pretty. The next book everyone has been telling me to read, and I don't know. I haven't gotten the inkling to read it. It was, I think, on my 23 books to read for 2023 last year, and I sucked at that challenge, so we were just starting anew this year. But this is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend, and I've heard great things about this book. It's a middle grade book about this girl who is supposed to die on her 13th birthday? 11th birthday, okay. But midnight before her birthday, or midnight just before she's about to die, she's whisked away to a magical land where she then goes through trials using magic she doesn't have, and so it's just a journey she goes on. I do have the second book as well, because I'm that type of person who buys the series before reading the first book, so, you know, I am who I am. I can't change that. Then the last book is Still Me by Jojo Moyes. This is the conclusion to the Me Before You trilogy or whatever. I don't have the second book, so I'm gonna see if I can find the second book or if I'm just gonna, you know, read this one. And basically we follow Lou as she enters New York for her new adventure while trying to keep her relationship with Ambulance Sam, question mark, because I haven't read the second book, still alive, and I believe he's in England, she's in New York, you know, that kind of. And I think it's just this journey of her discovering herself and discovering how to love again after Will disappeared. Yeah, those are all the books that will self-destruct or shelf-destruct in the next 365 days. The next 12 months. I don't know why I wanted to say 30 days, but anyway, I'm gonna see if I can read a book a month, because I think that's more doable. So by April next year, if I haven't read any or some of these, they are going goodbye. Thank you very much for your time on my shelves, but it is now time to leave the premise. Yeah, sounds doable. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you are having a wonderful day or evening, and I'll see you guys in a video next week. Bye.